All right, guess what? It's another Vikings game. It's another Vikings game coming up. Oh boy. It's the first game of the rest of our lives here, because we've got the post, at least for now, post Kirk Cousins era. And what are we gonna see? I have no idea. So Vikings-Falcons in Atlanta tomorrow. We are underdogs. We are facing Taylor Heineke. We are starting Jaren Hall with Josh Dobbs waiting in the wings. I don't know how you even preview a game like this, because how the hell does anybody know what to expect? Jaren Hall could go out there and look perfectly decent, or it could be Josh Freeman. And frankly, neither scenario would shock me. It would shock me if he had like a great game, if he had like a Kirk level game. But yeah, I have no idea what to expect. And I see today now they just this is even post injury report and everything. They put Darisaw on the injury report as questionable, so Darisaw might not even play. Because God forbid we have a single key core player of this football team not get hurt this year. It's like, isn't it enough, football gods? We've already lost Jefferson. We lose Davenport, was our big free agent defensive signing. We lose Kirk Cousins for the year. Oh no, that's not enough. Now Darisaw's got an injury. He might not play. Oh man. I mean, I'm genuinely optimistic, or not. I shouldn't say optimistic. I'm genuinely curious to see what Jaren Hall's got. I mean, and obviously it's not fair to him to be like, okay, this is your one audition for your career. And if you don't look good, you'll never get another shot. That might be the case, though, because I truly believe that they're going to give Jaren Hall a legitimate shot at this thing. But if he falters, they're not going to forfeit the rest of the season just to develop Jaren Hall and give him some experience. They're going to put Dobbs in there. They might put, if we're down 14-0 at the half in this game and Hall's maybe had a turnover or two and the offense isn't moving the ball, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we got Dobbs out there in the second half or something tomorrow. Because they are not going to just forfeit the whole thing here. Much as the resurgent tank Nazis would love to see, they're not going to just forfeit the whole thing again. Just to give Jaren Hall experience. Maybe if Jaren Hall was like a first-round draft pick and you had a real major investment in him, then maybe you would. But you're not going to do that now. And I think Dobbs can play. I think he's all things being equal, I would have Josh Dobbs out there starting tomorrow. But that's a lot to ask. I mean, he's been here since Tuesday, so it's not like he's not like he'd be able to get out there and run the full offense, and maybe Jaren Hall can't either. But I'm curious to see how they approach it with having a more mobile quarterback out there. They're not going to have Jaren Hall sit back in the pocket and throw 40 times like Kirk's been doing. They can't. They just can't. Can the freaking run game step up? Can we have a good game from that unit? Will they do the right thing and feature Cam Akers? Madison has his place, but he's not the threat that Cam Akers is, and you're going to need every bit of the threat of a run game. Defensively, they'll keep him in the game. I don't have any doubts there. I mean, Taylor Heineke is an okay backup quarterback, journeyman type. Obviously, he used to be here. but I'd honestly rather him be in there than Desmond Ridder. I mean, Ritter's been kind of a mess at times this year, but I think he's got more upside. And I'm sure all the Vikings fans are making the same jokes about, oh, Vikings gets backup quarterback, here we go. It's kind of a false narrative, but like, we've lost games to backup quarterbacks, but every team has. So I think the defense will keep us in the game. I don't think this is going to be like a 30-27 type of game. I think this is going to be a 20-17 type of game. And can we sustain some offense? How is Hall able to find the Addison and Hawkinson and of course a lot of this is on KOC. This is a big test for KOC to see what it's unfair to judge a guy. You're out your superstar receiver and your quarterback now, and maybe your left tackle. So it's going to be it's unfair to expect the offense to look great, but I'm very curious to see what they do with Hall. They got to have some design running plays for them. They have to, and of course we haven't blocked for that this year or really any year because Kirk, he's a great pocket passer. He doesn't run though, but so this is just such an unknown game, and I don't even know what to. I don't even know why I'm doing this video because I just don't. There's just such extremes for this game, and nothing really would shock me. Even if the Vikings had a comfortable win, that wouldn't shock me that much. But and if they got blown out, that wouldn't shock me. And if it was just a big defensive game and they scored that way, that wouldn't shock me. So hopefully we can. Hopefully we can get the win and keep things going because, we got all down last week because even though we won, we lose the quarterback. But we're still in this thing. We really are. They're still very much in the race for a playoff spot, and that's why I think they're going to give Hall a legitimate shot here. They're not just. I don't believe they just traded for Dobbs strictly to be a starter, no questions asked. Once he's up to speed, I think they're going to give Hall a shot. But if he screws up, they're not. It's going to be a quick hook, and I think there should be a quick hook because you can't give up on the season. And I think Josh Dobbs has come in some spots. Playing quickly for teams that just acquired him, and he's acquitted himself okay. And he's never played with the kind of skill talent that he's going to get a chance to play with, or that he would get a chance to play with here. So, and they know this, and that's why they got him. And if Jaron Hall screws up, sorry, kid. Hell, he's not a kid. He's older than half the team, I think. He's older than a lot of the players on the team. He's older than JJ. He's older than he might be older than Darisaw. Yeah, this thing. I literally just saw that just before I did this. There really aren't any other major injuries as far as injury report. Dean Lowry's out. I think Asamoah might be kind of 50-50 to go, but. We've got our injuries. It just never ends. This should be our last game without JJ. Or it's the last one that's certainly without JJ. He could come back next week. We'll see. I think the results of this game might determine if JJ comes back right away. It looks like things are going to start to really go south. Maybe you're not going to rush him back, and maybe he's not going to want to rush himself back. Although I still don't really buy into this whole, the fans and media who want Jefferson to be a me-first diva. He's not that guy, but realistically, if it looks like things are going to go south, that hamstring might take a little longer to heal up. So. right, I don't know why even there's nothing to talk about. I mean, there'll be a lot to talk about after the game because we're gonna get some answers about probably the future of this whole season, maybe the future of the franchise. You know, I mean, if we do get a great game from Jaren Hall, yeah, it could just be a fluky thing. We've seen young quarterbacks, you know, have a game. I mean, the Badgett from the Bears had a really good game a couple weeks ago in his first start, and then who they play last week, the Chargers, and he was terrible. So, best case scenario, yeah, Jaren Hall balls out and looks like he could actually be a quarterback of the future, like in the near future. That would be great if that happened. Worst case scenario, he looks like he's still too raw, and you throw Dobbs in there, and hope that works. I mean, there aren't great choices. This is just a terrible situation for the team to be put in. But I'm choosing to be optimistic this week, and I'm picking the Vikings to win. I think Jaren Hall is going to be okay. I think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to set the world on fire, but I think he's going to be okay, and I think they're going to be able to run it a little bit. And I think they're going to be able to get the ball in the hands of the Addisons and Hawkinsons and help the kid out. And I think the defense is going to continue to play well. Because this isn't a high-powered offense we're facing. Next week, we got to face the Saints, who have been doing better on offense, certainly, than Atlanta. So, you know, that might be a different situation. But, yeah, I'm choosing to be optimistic. I think the Vikings are going to win. I think it's going to be in that 20-17, 23-20 range. I think Jaren Hall's going to make some plays. He's not going to play a perfect game. He probably will turn it over here or there. Because they have a pretty good defense, although Grady Jarrett's out. So that helps us. They don't have too much of a home field advantage because Atlanta is notoriously not selling out their stadium. So there's probably a decent chance there'll be a pretty good Vikings contingent down there. Yeah, I think the Vikings are going to win. I don't think the season's going to go in the tank, at least not yet. So we'll say 20-17 Vikings. Jaren Hall plays well enough to at least make it a decision about who starts at quarterback going forward.